Learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make them. I was wondering why it was going so smoothly. Welcome back to another episode of How Not To. Today I'm putting together some engine crash bars. As you know, I'm not very confident off the road, so I'm hoping this might help a little bit with my confidence. And obviously this way I can play around a little bit more without getting worried dropping the bike. So if you're in for some engine bars and you want to know how you put them together, follow me and we'll see how we go, eh? Let's do it. Alright, so today what I'm doing is put a GoPro on my head, like this. That way I've got my hands free and hopefully you guys can see exactly what I'm up to. So these are engine bars from Givi, or I don't know how you guys pronounce it. I'm going with Givi, and they usually have a pretty simple instructions. So I'm gonna just follow these and hopefully that will all work out. To start off with, I think we're gonna start at the top here. So we're gonna attach these, which, let's have a look. What are we looking at? Like this. So these ones here, we're gonna have to attach those. So we'll get to that now. Let's have a look. One of these, 5. So these ones. So apparently some engine bars have a lot of vibration. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it all together, see if it all fits. Once I get to that point, I'll probably end up putting some Loctite on it. And in the future, I might actually put some rubber washers in some places. I've read some people had some success with that. Some people actually fill up the bar to help with the vibration as well. Okay, so already this one screws in fairly easy. This one, however, not as easy. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just loosely put them on. That way I can adjust them. That will be the way to go. Oh yeah. Alright, so next step. So there's A, B, C. So that shows which points we're talking about. I guess we're gonna take some bolts out. Got some new Allen keys, because I've read they can be pretty tricky to get out. So I thought I'll try and get some that are a little bit longer so I got a little bit more leverage. Oh, they are tight. Some people have had to warm up the bolts and all sorts of things, so I don't know how we're gonna go because that is pretty tight. I'll try it with a little bit more force. There we go. So these bolts, they hold some of that frame together. I don't actually know what else they have to hold anything vital. So the package comes with their own bolts. I'm guessing they're a little bit longer to make up for the space. There we go, some green stuff. So they must use some sort of Loctite as well. And it's actually inside it as well, so I might try and get some of it out if I can. Need some more force again. Might just do the other two as well while I'm here. Tricky part is I don't know if the GoPro, if the angle is right. I'm sort of guessing here, so I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing. So the thread locker is definitely good for stuff that vibrates. We're looking into doing the same thing, but like I mentioned before, I might just do it without first, make sure it all lines up and all sits in properly. And then once I'm happy with it, I'll use the Loctite. Maybe use a drill, it would be much easier, wouldn't it? Not sure what the best way is to clean out these holes. See if I can find something. Let's have a look. First up, dustbuster. Okay, that was a tiny bit, not much. Maybe the combination of loosening this up a little bit and then the dustbuster potentially. Now, while I'm doing this, I'd like to thank my dad because he actually bought the engine bars for me and also a bash plate. And actually, we sort of talked about it a while ago and I kind of wanted it all ready to go for the trip to Bright, but by the time we worked out what parts I was going to get, it was going to take too long to actually get the parts in. And since then, life has been going, so I haven't actually had the time to actually put them on yet. So today is finally the day. We're now probably 4 to 3 weeks ago I got the deliveries and I haven't been able to get to them at all. So I'm very happy to get it done today. So Dad, thank you very much. I'm gonna have a lot of joy out of this. And the other thing we're still looking at is bark busters. We sort of had some mixed ideas about it. There's a lot of different opinions about it as well online. So some people think it's dangerous, others, you know, they swear by them. So it's a bit tricky. That's a lot of space that's in there. Okay, so you got those. You sort of sit in there, and then I don't know. I guess there's no washers for that or anything. 2 of the 4s, which are the normal ones, I'd imagine. Yeah, put them in there. Very straightforward, just like the racks on the back. These ones, they're actually they've been really good. One day I'd love to get the hard panniers, but they're very expensive. So I've got the rack itself, but I probably have to wait a bit longer because I think they're close to like $800 to get 2 panniers. And I like the fact because you can actually lock it up, so yeah, you can leave your bike. Especially like for me, because I carry a lot of electronics, it's better to have them somewhere safe. And I know there's good and bad things about hard panniers, but at the moment I'm favouring it because most of the stuff I do is still on road. Okay, so this is going pretty easy so far. So I read that these bolts hold some of the engine in. Now I can't really tell from here that that's what it's doing. To me, it's just a piece that sits against the frame. They say like you're better off doing one side at a time. So that is what I'm doing right now. It is going a lot easier because I don't have the thread locker on them. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, let's go to the other side, have a look at that one. So once again, Dad, thank you very much. Well, it's good. Don't have to heat up the bolts or anything like that. I think you can torque them to spec, but I think I'm pretty safe to just tighten them as much as I can, and with the Loctite, you know, that will hold it in place. I see what I'm talking about now with the engine. So it's not this part here, and that part is attached to the frame, and this guy here, that's where the engine attaches to. So yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to do one side at a time. I'm sure it's not the only place where it's attached, but you know. This one's a lot easier. It'd be good if that thing came with a little nozzle to get into tight places, because it does seem to work a little bit. Alrighty, that's it. Let's get the other side on. I think that's all lining up quite well. Like that. Two. Two there. That's it. And those will clamp together. And that's it, yeah. I think it's all sweet. Alright, what do you reckon? Tightening it up. Get some Loctite going. I've never used this stuff before. I forgot I have this thing to sit on. And where did I get it? Off the streets, where I get most of my things. That's what you do when you're a low income earner. You gotta make do with what you can find. And a lot of the time people just chuck stuff out that doesn't need chucking out. Like this thing, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I don't actually know how long it takes for this to dry. This is my theory that I'm going with. Both sides. And put her in. I'm not going to completely tighten it yet. Hoping I get enough time to do all the bolts first, or at least one side. I think I'll tighten it now, because I don't actually know how much time it takes to dry. I don't want to obviously upset it if it's already dried. Push or pull, not sure what's easier. Oh, that's no good. It's threading already. I guess that's tight enough then. Maybe I don't have to go as tight because the Loctite will do its thing. Okay, other side. Get my roller share with me. Oh, mirror. Speaking of mirrors, I'd love to get rid of those and get some aftermarket ones, because apparently these ones are no good because they're really big. They create a lot of the buffeting, whereas a lot of people, they change the windscreens. I find the buffeting is from there, but a lot of other people are actually finding the mirrors are as bad as the windscreen. So I'm kind of inclined to give that a go one day. I can't remember what brand the other option is for mirrors. I think it was Aprilia or something like that fits on this particular bike. So they're a bit more streamlined, smaller, so they won't catch as much wind. So that might help a lot, because the buffeting, it just gets really tiring. Like, if you haven't heard of buffeting, did I forget something? I did. Shit. I forgot the back side of that. I didn't tighten it. How do I even do that? That's the real question. Because how do you get the angle right? And then, damn. Let's take this one back out. Shit. Well, there you go. That's why this is how not to video. Learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make them. I don't know what the best way is to get that angle though. Like, I guess you gotta hold it somehow. I was wondering why it was going so smoothly. Usually I run into little things like this. So how do I want it there, right? So how do I do that? How do I guess I need to mark it somehow. This one should have really Loctite on it as well, shouldn't it? That is a different size. How am I going to do this? Because you want everything to be rather tight so it doesn't actually vibrate, because that's one of the big issues people find, is that engine bars vibrate a lot. So did I just get the angle wrong? I did. This is a bit of an issue, isn't it? They should just have this done in the factory. If they did this in the factory, it would be a lot better. There's no dramas there. Alright, that should fit. Don't move. Alright, that's not too bad, I think. Let's go back to the other side. Let's see if it still undoes or if I'm stuffed enough to redo the whole thing. It's still loose by the looks of it. Let's go. Alright. Oh. Keep forgetting I've got a bloody GoPro on my head. Okay, so that's how it should be. It wasn't moving. Roughly like that. Alright, Givi. This is my 2 cents. I have this part just completely bolted on, because this is a nightmare. So that's the angle there. Every time I take it out, it bloody moves on me. That could be it. Bloody hell. Let's see. Is that close? No. I guess marking it is probably the easiest way. It's just I don't really have much to mark with, especially because it's black. It's probably not as easy to see. Now that's just becoming guesswork here. Lucky I'm good at guessing now. Alright, get everything back on. Yeah, the Loctite, it still looks wet, so I'm guessing it takes a bit of time to dry up. And it doesn't say anything on the packaging about how long it takes to dry, so that's not really helpful, is it? Alright, let's go again. Here we are. The right side done this time. Alright, back to the other side. Camera 1 has died, which is not the end of the world, because I'm just doing the same thing on this side, so let's pop that back in there. And grab this guy. Line her up. It's lined up there, lined up here, I hope. Yeah, that's good. Let's get bolt number 1 in. Ready to go. There we go. Alright, next bolts. I better not be forgetting something. So after these are in, all I have left is another bolt that attaches in the middle. So where the 2 bars meet in the middle, there's another bolt that goes there to make sure that all stays together. And that should be it. This one's a little bit harder to get in, so maybe it didn't line up perfectly. Close enough, but beautiful day for a ride today. But I don't think I have time because I'm going to make another video, and that video is putting on a bash plate. So if you're in the market for a bash plate, check out the next video and we'll show you how to get the RaveTech bash plate on. I'm sure it will be another nice little project. Alrighty, that's them. And then last but not least, the last bolt, which goes right there. I'm hoping the camera can pick that up, I'm not sure. So there's 3 pieces to this. There's a washer, I don't know, divider I guess, which will go like this and go through. Not sure if the Loctite will get anywhere, but worth a shot. Those washers, they don't really fit properly, although maybe they do. You just can't tighten this too much, so otherwise you just squash them. Don't really want to lose that bolt either though. A bit tricky, isn't it? Maybe I can find some different washers for that. Well, that's not going anywhere. That's looking good. I like it, very good. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a thumbs down. Let me know what you think about it. Would you get one of these, or do you have a different kind of engine bar? And as always, thank you for joining me on my journey. See ya.